If you're having thoughts about buying a new home, or you're kicking around the idea of selling, or maybe you're one of the thousands of people thinking about moving to Calgary, then you do not want to miss this video, because we're going to cover the core trends going on in Calgary's real estate market that you need to know in order to be successful with your move. The spring market is here, and if you know, then you know that things are about to get even hotter and even more competitive out there, but with the right strategy and knowledge, you can excel in even the craziest of markets. This is our April update. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's Ryan here with the Ever Group. We've got some major things to cover, but I wanted to take a quick second to let you all know that we have something incredible to announce. We've just launched the Ever Group. This is a passionate group of agents here in the city looking to elevate your experience in real estate. From uncompromised high-level marketing to expert guidance and support and community expertise, we've designed the Ever Group to inspire confidence in our clients and to build better relationships. So whether you're a homeowner, unsure of what to do or where to go, or you're someone looking to make a move or move to the city, give us a shout. This is what we love to do, and we'd love the opportunity to help you. Now let's dig into things. Calgary Spring Market. What an incredible time of year for our market every single year. More people list their homes in the spring, and there's a big incentive for buyers as there's more options to choose from. There tends to be a nice balance between buyer demand and new homes coming to market. But we have one really big problem. We don't have that balance at all this year, or at least not yet. In fact, we are looking at the lowest inventory for the city of Calgary going back to 2006. We have just 3,233 homes for sale across the entire city. That's down 26% from last year. So the question has to be asked, why are there so few homes coming up for sale? And I believe there are two main reasons that sellers aren't putting their homes up. Naturally, with such a limited number of homes for sale, there's a real fear that if you sell, you won't find something to buy, and you'll either have to rent or move in with family. There's also the issue that many homeowners don't want to buy with these elevated rates. They're maybe tied to a lower interest rate, or they're completely mortgage free, so it just doesn't make sense for them to make a move right now. So there's this natural resistance in our market on homeowners, and if we continue to see this trend, then there's going to be some major implications that can come from this. We've talked about how our real estate market just works off of the principles of supply and demand, and how prices reflect that relationship. So if we continue to see low inventory or low supply, and we have strong, persistent demand, then that means one thing. We are going to continue to see prices rise. The biggest concern for most people looking to get into the market right now is value. Or to be more specific, people are concerned that homes are overvalued right now. I'm still asked all the time, when do you think prices are going to fall? And I try to respond to this with data and what's been recorded first, because I don't have a crystal ball. I can't see into the future. The best I can do is make estimates based on trends and behavior. But if you're trying to buy or sell with confidence, then you need facts. So how's this? Calgary has seen its benchmark price go from the $546,000 all-time high we hit last May all the way down to $518,800 at the start of 2023. That's just about a 5% decrease, and keep in mind, during that time, interest rates had just had a historically fast rise. The global economy just kept having one issue arise after another. Inflation was our favorite topic, recessions were our second favorite topic, and cities all across North America were seeing their real estate markets fall. I'm talking 10 to 20+% decreases. Now, since January 1st, our benchmark price has climbed all the way back up to $541,800. That's nearly a 4.5% increase, and 2% of that just came last month. Keep in mind, interest rates haven't decreased. There's still a ton of uncertainty globally, and inflation is still a very real problem. So that's why when I'm asked, when do I think prices are going to fall? I say, I don't. And that's simply because we need to talk about the other half of the equation, demand. There's a lot of misinformation and confusing statistics that get thrown around that lead to a misleading interpretation of how Calgary's demand sits right now. You see sales are down 40%, and you must think buyers have disappeared. Yet we're seeing bidding wars and places selling for over asking price in just a single weekend. To me, that is one of the most important pieces of information for a homeowner to know. Because if there are 5 offers on a place and it sells, that means there are 4 buyers potentially out there waiting to put an offer on your property if it checks all the same boxes. Now, I understand if you have concerns over the uncertainty of things. There's no guarantee prices are going to continue to rise, but there's also no guarantee that they're going to drop either. All you can do is make a decision based on the market we're in right now. If it works, great. Take action, get your pre-approval done, have all your ducks in a row so that when you find a home that you fall in love with, you can feel confident about putting an offer in on it. If it doesn't work right now, that's also great, but if you have plans to buy in the near future, I wouldn't be building those plans around an entirely different market landscape. Don't be planning to buy when prices drop, be planning to buy when you're ready. Set goals that will give you the confidence to make that decision. Set a down payment savings goal. Set an overall budget goal. Start looking into the communities and areas that you want to call home. Build your wants and needs list, etc. These are the variables you can control, and they're going to give you way more confidence in your decision than trying to figure out when prices or rates are going to drop. Now, I'm making a big deal about the idea of prices dropping because in order for that to happen, one of 2 things needs to happen. Either inventory has to suddenly explode and our market becomes oversaturated, or buyer demand significantly falls off. Our market becoming oversaturated is pretty unlikely. As we discussed earlier, sellers are already deterred from selling their homes, and there's so much buyer demand in the market already that the seasonal uptick that we saw this last month didn't even make a difference. So the more likely option is that demand will fall off. But that's when we have to look at migration to the city. It's pretty well known the mass movement of people moving to the province of Alberta, but why people are moving here is much more important to break down, because the why is what will sustain that demand. You see, as Calgarians, we tend to take a lot of things for granted in this city, but for people from outside the province, they see a ton of potential and opportunity here. Whether it's jobs and economic factors, affordability, lifestyle, or an overall sense of feeling like you'll belong here, the why for people is what's going to sustain demand. Mix in locals naturally coming out because it's the spring market, and you've got a recipe for a hot next couple of months. So understanding that we're likely going to see demand continue to increase and supply levels continue to struggle to keep up is crucial. As a buyer, being prepared and ready to act quickly is imperative. The home you fall in love with might sell in a matter of days. So if you need 3 or 4 days just to put together your deposit and to feel confident in your financing to move forward with putting in an offer, you might just miss that opportunity. Sellers, knowing what category of the market your home is in is going to make a big difference. Condos and townhouses are very hot right now. Condo prices alone are up 11% year over year. If your home is a detached or semi-detached home, knowing what conditions are like at your price point is going to have a big role on your expectations. Detached homes under $600,000 are rare now. Less than 37% of all the detached homes listed in 2023 have been under $600,000. By comparison, last year this time, 52% of homes were listed under $600,000. And before I get the, well, that's because realtors are rigging prices and they're all like car salesmen, the market dictates what someone will pay. When a property is coming up for sale, you use comparable recent sales in the area to dictate that list price. If somebody pays more for it, it was likely because there were multiple people trying to buy it and the market valued it higher. Because if a home is overpriced, it's going to sit on the market, or it's going to see multiple price reductions until it's in line with where the value sits. So if your home is at a higher price point, let's say $1 million plus, naturally, you're going to have a smaller buyer pool, and it becomes imperative that you're presenting your home to the best it can be and that you're priced extremely well. That's it for this update. Thank you for watching. I know it can feel overwhelming and confusing out there. Just focus on taking the steps so that you can feel more confident and have those difficult discussions beforehand. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out. Like, subscribe, and click that bell. I really appreciate the support. So until next time, we're out.